Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would film a regular knitting podcast, so this is where we'll talk about all the things that I've been working on, finished, acquired, all of that over the last month. So we'll start with what I'm wearing because this is a recent finished object, and this is the Maggie cardigan by PetiteKnit. So if you've watched my video from like a year ago or even longer, I originally cast this on in 2024. So I bought the yarn and cast it on in 2024, then did not touch it for months, and then again went a long period of time without touching it again for some reason. But last month I decided, you know what, we're going to finish her, and that's what we've done. So I made this like the longer sleeve version, as you can see, and I have made it slightly more cropped than what the pattern calls for because I wanted it to sit comfortably above high-waisted jeans, and I think that's what it does, and I think it looks really cute. I knit this up in Drops Daisy in the bright red colour, and I love it. A lot of people did comment about Drops Daisy pilling. I am aware of that. This has started to pill already, but I have worn it a few times, to be fair. I'm kind of treating it the same way I treat Double Sunday, in that Double Sunday also pills quite a lot, so just kind of accepted it. Maybe if I did it again I would use a mohair, but it's okay. We've done her. I love her. I went for these kind of dark toggle buttons that were left over from my Olga jacket, and I think it just looks really cute, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. So we'll start with my other finished objects. So the first one is one I had cast on and was talking about in my previous knitting podcast, and that is the Mood Beanie by Spektakelstrik. So I knit this up in Sandnes Garn, Cardigan with their tin silk mohair in the jolly blue and the off-white colour. This yarn was left over from my porcelain sweater that I made last year. So I cast this on with the idea being I would use that yarn because I had just over a ball of each yarn left. I still have over half a ball of each yarn left. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of the leftover yarns. Any suggestions, please pop them below and let me know. But yeah, this is her. I love her. I made the small version because I do have a really small head. I also, whilst making it, came across a kind of trick by Stone Knits on TikTok about working colour work in the round and basically working it inside out, so that your floats are on the outside, and it's game changing because my tension through the top of the hat was just so much better. So from now on I will only be using that trick because it was so good. But yeah, so this is her. Love her. I might even make another one, to be honest. The only issue is it's a very rusticy kind of yarn to go on your head, which I'm happy with. I know my partner would not tolerate it, and I know Noah definitely would not tolerate it, so I don't know. Any other suggestions for that yarn, please do let me know down below. Next up is the Free Sweater, also by Spektakelstrik. So this is the Free Sweater Baby by Spektakelstrik. I cast this on for my son. This was another good one to use up the leftover yarn in my stash. So the main colour is Drops Merino Extra Fine in the off-white, and then all the other colours were random DKs that were in my stash. So the blue is Drops Daisy, the red is Drops Daisy, left over from this. The green is Drops Merino Extra Fine, left over from my Olga jacket. The yellow is Yarn Smith's Merino. The pink is also Drops Daisy. So, and the orange was Yarn Smith's Merino also. So yeah, so this was a good way of using it. I came up with the idea also of doing different colours for the different ribbing. I asked on TikTok because I didn't know if it would be a bit too much, but people fed into my delusions, so we carried on with it. So this is in the 1 to 2 year size. I think, in all honesty, it might actually be a bit bigger than that. But that's okay, it will just fit him for longer. He obviously hasn't worn it yet. In theory, it's too warm for jumpers. He has been wearing some recently anyway. But hopefully come the autumn, winter time when it gets cold again, this will just be perfect. This has a weird construction in that it was kind of knit flat seamed, and then the shoulders, the stitches were picked up at the shoulders for the sleeves, but then still knit flat. So it was really weird. I've not worked a jumper with that construction, but because of the way that the colour work is, I understand why it was that way, if that makes sense. But yeah, love this, would definitely recommend it and definitely make it again. Maybe just with like a different background colour and then all one colour spots. I don't know. I think something like that would be really cute. Next up is a project that I hadn't actually cast on in my last video. I've cast it on and finished it since last uploading, and that is the Scrappy Checkers sweater. This is by PickyFemme with Pom Pom. I love this. I talked about in my kind of inspiration of things that I want to make this year, I talked about casting this on, and I had done a gauge swatch, and yes, I have cast it on and I have finished it. So this is the perfect project for getting rid of scrap yarn. It's really clever in that she has so many different pattern combinations in the pattern, plus you could in theory make your own. So I did like a mixture of different pattern combinations that were available, and then kind of tried to mirror them. And as a way of getting rid of extra yarn as well, I did kind of use more yarn, like different colours for the ribbing again. So again, this is different kind of DK that was in my stash. So although the pattern calls for Aran weight, I worked in DK because I didn't have any Aran weight, and quite frankly I wanted to do this pattern, I wanted to use up yarn, so I just did it off gauge. So I did it bigger than what I needed to do, and it works because it fits in quite well actually. So the blue on the neckline is Drops Daisy, but the blue within the pattern is Drops Charisma. So I had a ball of Drops Charisma from a jumper I made like over a year ago, but it was a bit rusticy, so I didn't want it around his neck, so I used a tiny bit of blue Drops Daisy that I had left for the neckline, and then used Drops Charisma for the body. Again, the pink is Drops Daisy, as is the red. The black is Drops Daisy, the white is Drops Merino Extra Fine, and the purple was some Sandness Garn Double Sunday that I had kind of left over and stashed from ages ago. It wasn't even like a full ball. But yeah, so this is her. I love her. He has worn it. He looks so cute in it. And I just think it's really cute. I think if I was to do it again, I probably wouldn't do the double folded neckline. I do like a double folded neckline, but I just think on a raglan, it just doesn't quite look how I wanted it to look. So maybe I wouldn't do that next time. But for the moment, it looks really cute. He can't tell me he doesn't want to wear it. So in all honesty, I'm winning in regards to that. But yeah, so that was her. So that is all of my finished objects for this month. So we have 3 WIPs ongoing at the moment. Well, 4, but 1 I haven't touched. So my Sweet Shop blanket, there is no point in me doing an update on because I have not touched it since I last spoke about it. We'll talk about the works in progress I have been working on this month, and there are 3. First up is the Dagmar jacket by PetiteKnit. So as you can see, I have finished the first sleeve and I'm now working on the body. I have made some good progress on the body actually. Like I have done pretty good. I need to try her on really, but I reckon maybe at the next half a diamond repeat, I'll be ready to start the ribbing. But yeah, this is her. I love her, and this is one of those projects that I'm just really excited to wear, to be honest. So I'm knitting this up in Cascade 220 in this hot pink colour. Love this yarn, big fan. But yeah, it's a joy to knit up, to be honest. It's a little bit tedious in the pattern, but once you learn the pattern, it then becomes kind of mindless, which is kind of what you want really, isn't it? So yeah, big fan, and I love her. I like to think I'll have made some more progress, maybe even finished it by the next one, but with me, who knows. Next up is also by PetiteKnit, and that is the weekend hat. So this is, as I said in my previous knitting podcast, this is a project that I'm doing to sit in my son's change bag, so that when I'm out and about and I need something to knit on, this is it. It's very easy to pick up and put down. It is a double folded brimmed kind of beanie hat, as you can see, zip folded. And it's just worked in 1x1 ribbing, so honestly you can't really go wrong with it. This is being knit for my son, so I'm knitting the 1 to 2 size because my son has a big head. I'm knitting this up in Leftover Double Sunday by Sandness Garn. This is leftover from my Typical Sweater #1 by Typical Bliss. Big fan of this yarn. I had like a ball and a bit left, and I don't even think I'm going to finish this ball to finish this hat because I'm not far off, I think, to be honest, starting the decreases. So yeah, big fan. We love this. It's just a good mindless knit to have in the nappy bag, so that when I'm nap trapped in the car, which happens more than I ever thought it would, I have something to work on. Finally, is a WIP that I picked up this month that I hadn't touched in, I'd say maybe 3 months, and that is the sweater #29 by My Favourite Things Knitwear. So I had just done the body basically, and what had happened is I'd basically joined in the round, been working on it, finished a ball of yarn, and then just not picked it up again, which I do have a knack for doing. So what I've done now is I have done the neckline and I am working on the sleeve. I've just started the decrease rounds on the first sleeve, so I'll probably do the rest of the sleeve and then go back to the body and then do the other sleeve. That's usually how I like to do my constructions of my sweaters and cardigans. It just changes it up for me. I don't know, I find Body Island really mind numbing, so I have to switch it up somehow. But yeah, this is her. This is being knit up in Isia Jensen with their soft silk mohair. Big fans of this yarn. It's a lot more rusticy than I thought it was going to be, which isn't a problem for me. I will just wear a t-shirt underneath. I wear t-shirts under basically everything I knit anyway, so it's not a problem. But I maybe wouldn't gift knit this to somebody that wasn't used to that kind of rusticy yarn, because I don't really think they would enjoy it. But yeah, so this is her. It's a very kind of squishy fabric that's being made, and I am a big fan. But yeah, love her. So that is everything that I've finished or I'm working on for this month. Again, no yarn acquisitions, because like I've said previously, I'm on a yarn buying ban. I'm not allowed to buy yarn. The only kind of caveat to that is that I am going to make my son and my best friend's soon to be born baby matching Christmas jumpers this year, so I am allowed to purchase yarn for that. But other than that, I'm not purchasing yarn until my birthday trip in November, so I'm being really good. So no yarn acquisitions. I did a whole video about kind of jumpers, about projects that I would love to make, and the yarn in my stash that I'm going to use to make them. So I probably will be casting on something new quite soon. I've said to myself that I can't cast on a new garment for myself until I finish one of these, like another jumper, but maybe I'll do a vest, because it's that time of year where a vest is like really good to do, isn't it? But yeah, so that is everything. If you've watched this video or any of the others, thank you so much. I'm nearly 100 subscribers, which is really mad that 100 people want to watch my ramblings about knitting. I love that. And I'm a big fan of the clock app as well, because I love just having people feed into my, you know, ramblings about knitting, and it's great. So yeah, if you watch this, thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.